Don Orsillo, and welcome to Red Sox baseball. Well, last night the Red Sox had to deal with Felix Hernandez. The good news is they don't have to deal with him today. It is Garrett Olson who's on the mound for the visiting Mariners, matched up today against the Red Sox' Brad Penny. We delve into this pitching matchup in our leading off segment, brought to you by Firestone. Well, for Garrett Olson, he started the year at AAA. He's been back and forth between the rotation and the bullpen. And, of course, Brad Penny has been a rock for the Red Sox of late, giving up 3 earned runs or fewer in 7 of his last 8 starts. And 7 starts at Fenway, he's 4-1 with a 4.66 ERA. On the other side for Garrett Olson, his pitching coach Rick Adair explains that he has been slightly deceptive at times.
Well, he's a guy that's got good stuff. His velocity and all that, 88 to 92, but it's got some deception to it. He's commanding his breaking ball. His changeup's gotten better. He's handling the running game better, and his preparation's been good. So he's been outstanding.
We welcome in Sean Casey. And Sean, today the Red Sox lineup changes again, but at the top of the order again is J.D. Drew.
Well, J.D. Drew is doing a great job in the leadoff spot there. He's hitting over 400, and he's really showing some power. He's not your typical leadoff hitter. He's got a big home run last night against Felix Hernandez. He's hitting 800, his slugging percentage out of the leadoff spot. This is a guy that is a game changer. Remember last year when David Ortiz went down for a couple months there, J.D. Drew really led the ship for the Boston Red Sox. So if he's starting to get hot right now and swing the hot bat, they're really looking forward to his bat at the top of the order there, and it's another guy to watch today in today's game.
Leading off again today, he's done it so well lately. The Red Sox hoping to grab a game today. Everybody dressed in their July 4th gear from Fenway Park. It's game 2 of the series, and it's next. Brad Penny and the Red Sox have taken the field, so let's check out the Seattle Mariners starting 9. It's Ichiro in right field who leads it off. Russell Brandon at first base with Jose Lopez at second base. Ken Griffey Jr. is the DH batting 4th. Franklin Gutierrez in center field. Ryan Langerhans in left field, with Kenji Jojima doing the catching. Chris Woodward is at third base. He bats 8th. And Ronnie Cedeno, the shortstop, bats 9th. Brad Penny on the mound, his 16th start of the year, 6-3 record. 82 2/3 innings. He has had the opponent hit at .290 against him. His last start against the Atlanta Braves, giving up 2 runs in 6 innings. Ready to work to Ichiro Suzuki, and here is pitch number 1 of the day. No, it's in there for strike 1. We're underway. Well, Ichiro starting the day hitting at .367 with 6 home runs and 20 runs batted in. He is the league leader in the American League. The check swing foul, and ends up back in the seats, and it's 0-2. 367 is good for the lead in the majors. Hanley Ramirez leading the National League, hitting at .344 to start the day. There's strike 3. You don't see that often. Good start for Brad Penny. Strikes out Ichiro.
I'll tell you what, too. You look at Brad Penny right there. He's got an explosive fastball, but this pitch right here is maybe a little pitcher-friendly pitch. If he's getting this pitch all day, he's going to, believe me, him and Tech are going to live out there all day long. If you're getting that pitch, the pitcher's umpire's giving you a couple inches off the corner. You're going to try and live out there as much as you can.
Ichiro with a good long look to the crew chief, Jerry Davis, and a very long walk back to the dugout slowly. Jerry Davis did not appreciate that at all as he rings up Ichiro to start this first inning. Here's Russell Branyan.
As a hitter, too, when you're 0-2 and your guy's throwing 95, you're like, come on, the guy's throwing 95 and I'm 0-2. You can't give him 3 inches off the corner. I got no shot.
Giving them all the help.
Yeah.
Well, Brad Penny with a 6-3 record coming into today. And Russell Branyan, who's had a very good start to this season, 20 home runs. And we're not yet to the break. As he takes strike 1, 1-1. Branyan getting a chance to play on an everyday basis. 33 years of age, and last year split the year between AAA and the majors, spending time in Nashville and in Milwaukee. Began the season in Nashville. He was hitting at .359 with 12 home runs when he got called up on May the 24th. Ended up appearing in 50 games with the Brewers.
You look at the time he's had with the Brewers and different clubs in the last few years. His home run to at-bat ratio has been off the charts, and that's what they were saying here. They had to, Jack Sorinczyk with Seattle said this guy needs at bats. And talking to Russell Branyan this offseason, when he had signed early, before guys, the free agency was a weird market, but he signed early, and they knew that if they gave this guy at bats, he'd have a good year. And Penny blows one by him right there.
And Brad Penny with back-to-back strikeouts to open up this first inning. Get the heat working early. So 2 down in this first inning, and Jose Lopez the batter. Lopez at .261, 11 homers and 48 runs batted in. He takes strike 1 from Penny.
You know what, Don? Having faced Brad Penny a lot over my career, he's the best when he's establishing his fastball. And this is a good sign for him here, trying to establish his fastball in the first inning and make quality pitches.
This is driven deep and far to left center field and is going to grab the wall. The ricochet handled by Ellsbury quickly, and he gets it back in quickly. And Jose Lopez is held to a 2-out single.
Nice play right there by Ellsbury. Playing that wall nice, really plays the game. This ball really, not really where Penny wanted it, right out over the plate and flat. But Ellsbury makes a nice job getting this ball in. And you can't teach experience out there, and the more Ellsbury plays out there, the better he gets to play on that wall.
So 2 down, Lopez at first base, and Ken Griffey Jr. coming up. He has been DHing for the Mariners. And in there is the DH today. It's a .214 and the double figures in home runs with 10. As he swings at that first pitch and fouls it off. You wonder about, you said you'd faced him quite a bit, Brad Penny, over the years. You look at it, he throws about 70% fastballs. Yeah. Can you just lock in on the fastball or not exactly?
Well, I think that's where Penny, if he ever gets in trouble, it's just letting his fastball go a little bit too much. I mean, he starts relying on so much, but he's got such an explosive fastball. It's funny, when you're in the box facing him, his fastball, when it's really good, gets on you. And I think that's what Penny has relied on throughout his career. But location is so important for Brad. I mean, he's got that explosive fastball that if he keeps the location good, that's when he has success. And he also gets a lot of punch out sometimes with that pitch just above the waist where it looks like a good pitch to hit, but it's on you. And that's what Penny's done so well in his career. But like you said, Don, you can't live off the fastball all the time. You got to throw a slider. You got to mix in a changeup or a curveball, now and again.
Well, Ken Griffey Jr. here, down to the count 0-2. He's been very aggressive with Brad Penny. Lead at first for Lopez. Penny noticed and throws over. Let's check out the Red Sox defensively. Brought to you by Bigelow Tea, Jason Bay, Jacoby Ellsbury, J.D. Drew. Euclid Lugo left side, Pedroia Bailey right side. Veritek does the catching. Red Sox moving up in the fielding percentage department, 6th now in the American League. An 0-2 to Ken Griffey is outside, ball 1. Going hard today and up to 96 miles per hour in this first inning for Brad Penny. Well, the holiday gear, as always, by Jason Veritek. Of course, we'll be auctioning that gear off. It's good looking. I like this. There have been some that have been questionable, but this one's pretty good.
Yeah, Tech's looking good today, man. He's sporting that nice 4th of July gear.
The 1-2 is fouled back to the screen. It hangs at 1-2.
You know, it was great looking at Tech today, but before the game, he's got 17 hot packs on. And getting around, I'm like, hey, man, you're really heating up for the game. Then after the game, he's got 28 ice packs on. He's got like a Rocky Balboa like sweatshirt he wears over. And, you know, I'm like, geez, looks like you're just in a prize fight, not a baseball game.
It's a tough position on a daily basis.
Yeah, it is, especially the innings he's logged over the years and, you know, having to really be back there a lot. But, you know, that's how he gets himself ready. You know, he's prepared every night for lineups, and heat and ice are a big part of it.
It's like Captain America today.
It does. Where's his shield? They didn't send him a shield. That's awesome.
Well, Jose Lopez at first base, 2 down here in the first inning. Turned out to be a beautiful day here at Fenway Park. Breeze from left to right to start this game. And Griffey goes up to get this and lifts it in the air to right. J.D. Drew coming in a step or two. And gone to the Mariners in the top of the first inning. Red Sox coming up on this 4th of July from Fenway. By Toyota's official website for deals via Toyota.com. I'm glad you've joined us on this July 4th from Fenway Park. Very comfortable conditions as the Red Sox and Mariners play along to the bottom of the first inning. The top of the Red Sox order, J.D. Drew, Dustin Pedroia, and Kevin Euclid to face the left-hander Garrett Olson. The Red Sox have seen in the past with the Orioles, but now a member of the Seattle Mariners. Olson making his 15th appearance overall, his 8th start, and a 3-2 record with a 4.81 earned run average. The Mariners pitching, well, it's tops in the American League as far as earned run average goes, and that is what has really been great for the Mariners this season and kept them in the mix in the West. See Olson's last start against the Dodgers, a 5-inning effort. Seattle with a 3.71 earned run average as a pitching staff. There's a strike to Drew, and it's 1-1 to JD. It's Drew, Pedroia, and Youkilis here in the first inning. Olson is 25 years of age, 48th major league appearance. He was acquired from the Cubs with Ronnie Cedeno, who gets a start at shortstop for the second straight day. There's a fly ball to left field. Langerhans is underneath it, and he makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Let's check out the Red Sox starting lineup. Brought to you by your Chevrolet dealers, as Pedroia bats second at second base, Kevin Youkilis at third, Jason Day in left, with Rocco Baldelli, the DH. Jason Varitek does the catching. Jacoby Ellsbury in center field. Jeff Bailey getting a start at first base, batting eighth, and Julio Lugo, shortstop, bats ninth. Umpiring crew: Jerry Davis, the crew chief, has the plate. CB Buckner at first base, Mike Everett at second, and Brian Gorman is the umpire at third. One out here in the last half of the first inning. And Dustin Pedroia, the batter. So it's a .288 average. The Red Sox able to tie the game up last night, but the Mariners come away with the victory, even though the Red Sox were able to get a run back in the 11th inning, but it wasn't enough as the Mariners scored twice in the top of the 11th.
Watching JD Drew's at bat, his first at bat, he sees a couple. Even though he gets out, he sees a couple sliders, a couple fastballs, kind of sets himself up for the game. I always felt like my first at bat, I want to see some pitches. So whether I get a hit or not, I'm setting myself up for the rest of the game. And you can see Pedroia here. He's seen 4 pitches. So when you start coming back around again, your second, third time, sometimes your first at bat, you swing at the first pitch or you swing early. You come up your second time at bat, and you still feel like, boy, I really don't have a beat of what this guy's trying to do. I haven't seen his breaking ball. I haven't seen the spin on his slider or his changeup. So this first at bat's always important. It really sets up your whole game.
So it pops it up foul. That'll get back and out of play. Yeah, it's almost like facing a guy for the first time if you've not seen his pitches second time.
Yeah, exactly. And I think like we're talking about right there. There's a changeup. You've seen a slider. You've seen a fastball. And just for me, my first at bat, I used to like to take the first pitch just to kind of get comfortable. Even if it was right there, I would be able to gauge the speed mentally and visualize what I needed to work on the rest of the game.
Pedroia strikes out Garrett Olson's first strikeout of the day, and there's 2 down in the first. Check out the Mariners defensively. Ryan Langerhans in left field. There's Franklin Gutierrez in center. Ichiro in right. Chris Woodward at third base. Ronnie Cedeno at short. Jose Lopez at second. Russell Brandon at first. And Kenji Jojima does the catching. Mariners are now 13th in the American League in fielding percentage. There is strike one over the outside corner to Kevin Youkilis. 2 outs here in the first. Youkilis at .307, 14 homers and 47 runs driven in. Youkilis has homered in 2 of his last 3 games and was held hitless in the game last night, going 0 for 5 in the first game of this series against the Mariners. Youkilis tried to hold up, but he goes around and strikes out to end the inning. An impressive inning for Garrett Olson. The Red Sox are down in order. We're scoreless from Fenway. scoreless as we head to the second inning back at Fenway Park. Brad Penny back on the hill. And it is Franklin Gutierrez, Ryan Langerhans, and Kenji Jojima faced Penny through 15 first inning pitches and struck out 2. Gutierrez is hitting at .283 and has been red hot for the Mariners. Gutierrez has hit in 13 of his last 14 games, and in the last 14 games for Gutierrez, he's hitting at .397. On the ground at Pedroia at second base. And the first out of the second inning for the first time today. Let's check in with Heidi Watney.
Done 70 years ago today, Lou Gehrig delivered his luckiest man alive speech. And the Red Sox, along with all of Major League Baseball, are honoring Gehrig today. Here at Fenway, Curt Schilling read a portion of Gehrig's inspirational speech.
Hi, fans. For the past 2 weeks, you've been reading about a bad break I got. Yet today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth. I've been in ballparks for 17 years and have never received anything but kindness and encouragement from you fans. Look at these grand men. Which of you wouldn't consider it the highlight of his career just to associate with them for even one day?
Schilling has been a big champion in the fight against ALS, the disease that took Gehrig's life. Also, all players and coaches across the league are wearing 4 ALS patches on their uniforms today. Don?
Thanks very much, Heidi. And of course, not only the Red Sox, but Major League Baseball conducting an on-field ceremony today all over the majors. As this one misses for ball 1 to Langerhans. Really an effort to raise awareness and financial support for organizations leading the fight against ALS. It's on the corner, and it's 2-2. Also had a flyover here, which is always exciting here at Fenway Park prior to the game.
Those are always exciting. You're always looking to see where they're coming from.
Green Mountain Boys of the Vermont Air National Guard, as always. Swing and a miss. Penny's got it going on. 3 strikeouts today, 2 down.
That's what I was talking about before, Don. That fastball, the strikeout fastball he has is up. It's right above the. See it? It's right above the waist, and it looks good for a hitter, especially when you have 2 strikes on you. But Penny's fastball has such good rise on it. When he has the good one going, that's a tough pitch to hit.
2 down for Kenji Jojima, who did not play last night. A regular catcher for the Mariners, hitting at .262, 3 homers. And 11 runs batted in. Take strike 1. Jojima spent time in the DL, also rehabbed in Tacoma for 4 games. Fouls it off to the right, and it's 0-2. We mentioned the Green Mountain Boys of Vermont Air National Guard here for the flyover as part of the pregame ceremony. It never gets old.
It doesn't. That is awesome.
Skips in for ball 1, and it's 1-2 to Jojima.
You know, we keep talking about Brad Penny, but I want to go back to a point too. Having faced him all these years, you always respected the fact that you knew he was going to throw you a fastball, and you almost felt the presence like, here you go, I'm going to give you my best stuff. Let's see what you got, and that's what you always respected when you face Brad Penny. There's that fastball.
Jojima on the fastball at 97. 1-2-3 go the Mariners. It's an inning and a half done, no score. .com and cast your All-Star Game final vote for the final two All-Stars for the game in St. Louis. Voted RedSox.com. And move along to this bottom of the second inning on what is a picture-perfect day from Fenway Park. And it's 75 degrees, wind blowing out to good gusts to 12 miles per hour. And partly cloudy, but right now mostly sunny. I'm a glass half full guy.
Yeah. Great 4th of July right here. You are, Don. You are half full. Love your optimism.
I want to ask you about the All-Star situation, because I know that very near and dear to you was your All-Star selection and playing here at Fenway Park in 1999.
I'll tell you what, it was one of the coolest experiences of my life, getting to play in that 99 All-Star game for so many different reasons.
He pops it up, shallow right field. And backpedaling now is Gutierrez to make the catch for the first out of the inning.
Because it was my first All-Star game, but it was also we had the All-Century team out there, and it was just one of those things when Ted Williams came back, and the All-Century team's out there. They announced to us Ted Williams comes out. We're all going to the mound for the first pitch, and I'm walking over the mound and I get a pat on my back. And I turn around and the guy says, "How you doing, Sean? I just want to introduce myself. George Brett." I'm like, oh,
wow.
I know who you are. You got 3,000 some hits, don't you?
Well, it had to be very cool. I mean, that moment where Ted Williams came out is one that will never be forgotten.
It was unbelievable. And I think the environment, the electricity, and the love, seriously, the feelings of you had towards Ted Williams when he came out was something special. And I know Mark McGuire and Tony Gwynn, all those guys came to the mound to throw the first pitch out with Ted Williams. And it was just one of those moments where you wanted to bottle up and say, man, I don't ever want to forget what's happening right now. All these great players, the All-Century team, are all around one of the greatest hitters ever in Ted Williams. And it was just so, I was like, I don't even need to play tonight. I just want to enjoy this moment.
Well, the thing that jumps out at me, besides obviously Ted Williams coming out here at Fenway Park, was Pedro Martinez. The way he started that game was incredible.
Oh, he flat out dominated it. And talk about the electricity here at Fenway. The place was rocking. He was just striking out guy after guy after guy.
Well, there's Rocco Baldelli, who bats out of the 5th spot today for the Red Sox, the DH. He's done a very good job filling in here from time to time for the Red Sox, and had a big hit in the last game of the series against the Orioles, part of that dramatic comeback for the Red Sox as he tied the game. 3-2 is just outside. A 1-out walk, first base runner of the day for the Red Sox. Baldelli at first with 1 out, and here's the captain. 234, 11 homers, and 32 runs batted in for Veritek. Must be very special to be part of an All-Star game.
It really is. And they never get old. I mean, I went to the All-Star game and here at Fenway, and then in Seattle the one year when Cal Ripken homered. That was another cool moment. And then in 2004 in Houston when they had the 500 team come out. There was a cool story there in Houston the one year. Everyone's talking. You got the best players in baseball in the clubhouse talking. And the clubhouse goes dead quiet. And I remember looking. It was an eerie silence. I turned around. Muhammad Ali had just entered our clubhouse. It was almost like, well, we're in the presence of a legend here. Let's nobody talk. So it was pretty cool. At the All-Star games, you always end up seeing something you don't see during the year, something that's special, because it brings out a lot of different people to that contest. So All-Star games are always a cool experience, but there was nothing cooler than the experience I had here in '99 at Fenway, and just appreciating the moments that I saw.
Veritek pops it up foul and out of play. Terry Francona talks about how frantic it is for him the 2 times that he has managed the All-Star game, and it's always trying to get guys in and make sure guys play and trying to figure it all out, who's going to pitch where and when. And it's difficult, but he said the one cool thing is when you look out from the manager's office, look out who's out there, the collection of players that are out there is just, it's amazing. It's
amazing. It's so cool for fans too, I think, to see their hometown players out there, to see all the best players in baseball out on the same field. It's just, that's why the Midsummer Classic will always be one of the greatest events in sports, because you got the best players in baseball out on the same team, which is really cool in the middle of the season.
Midsummer Classic right around the corner. Tomorrow actually is the official midway point for the Red Sox, as they will play game number 81 of the season tomorrow here afternoon game against the Seattle Mariners. And things are looking good at the halfway point for the Red Sox. A 48-31 two-game lead over the Yankees. Varitek to deep left field. Langerhans looking up. It's into the monster seats. Two-run home run for the captain. Puts the Red Sox on top 2-0.
Great piece of hit right there by Tackett. This is what he's doing this year that he didn't do last year. He's really driving the baseball, driving to all fields. I know he likes hitting righty too. He feels like sometimes right-handed he has a little bit more pop, but he gets a pitch out over the plate and he does exactly what you're supposed to do. He gets a little toe tap. Tech likes his double toe tap. He gets that going, sets up his tempo, drives it right to left center over the monster. Great piece of hitting by Tech.
One down, base is empty now thanks to the two-run home run, as Jacoby Ellsbury takes strike one. Speaking of toe taps, you had quite a toe tap. It was a
that was more like a
kick. I was going to say there's tapping and then there's this big lunging thing. To the right field for Jacoby Ellsbury, who's got a base hit. Red Sox taking some good swings here against Garrett Olson in the second.
You know, it's funny where players get all their intricacies. You know, last year looking at Tech, he'd have like 7 different toe taps. Like, where are you getting all these toe taps from? You see Ellsbury here, another nice piece of hitting, ball inside, really turns on it. But we talk about that kind of stuff, and you know, I had the leg kick, the back leg kick. I don't even know where it came up from. I did it to pop my hip, and it would really kind of help me going. And Don Zimmer came up to me one time when he was with the Yankees. He's like, Case, he's like, I've been in this game 54 years. He's like, and I've seen a lot of stuff. I've seen guys doing this, and guys just, I ain't never seen anybody lift their back leg and do this. So I thought that was a compliment that Don Zimmer came up and said that to me.
Ellsbury at first base, held on over there by Brandon. Fly ball to left field. Langerhans back there shy of the track to make the catch for the second out of the inning. So Bailey retired, two-way. Ellsbury still at first, and here comes Julio Lugo. Lugo hitting at .301. 1 home run, 8 runs batted in. And the game-winning hit in the 11th inning against the Baltimore Orioles the other day, and final game of that series. He entered the game in the 9th as a pinch runner, ended up getting the winning hit. He played with Julio Lugo last year, and it's really been kind of a tough situation for Julio, never really playing the way that I think he or the Red Sox expected he would play since joining the Red Sox.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think the one thing about Lugia that I noticed, I felt like up the middle he wasn't turning two like he did maybe earlier on in his career. It just maybe a step slower, and wasn't really able to turn two up the middle. And I think that's it's not so much his hitting. I mean, he's swinging the bat decent, whatever. But I think when you talk about winning baseball games, you win up the middle, and you win turning two, and you win getting out of innings. And I think they, you know, a little bit they want Julio to be able to turn that double play a little better up the middle.
Because hitting-wise, I mean, it's been there, and I've kind of been surprised actually with the lack of starts that he's gotten, how good his hitting actually has been in the time that he's played. Not easy.
It's tough to do that. It's tough to play once every so many days, 5-6 days, without getting a bat and get in there and get hit. So what he's been doing has been even more impressive, considering he's not getting consistent at bats.
And you wonder about the knee surgery and how much that took out of him as far as that step you talk about.
No doubt about it. I mean, when you start having surgeries on your body, it changes stuff, and stuff gets tight, and you can't get as loose as you used to before. And your routine changes before the game, trying to figure out how to get ready for the game. So it all factors in, and you do wonder when guys start having surgeries, is it going to change them as a player? And I think, when you're talking about your legs, taking away your legs, sometimes that'll do that.
Second walk given up by Garrett Olson. Runners at first and second now with 2 down. Don Wakamatsu, the manager for the Mariners, looks on as the Red Sox have taken a 2-0 lead in this second inning. Pitching coach Rick Adair headed out. The Red Sox and Mariners and the rest of Major League Baseball wearing special stars and stripes caps yesterday and today as part of the Welcome Back Veterans Initiative, a program which addresses the mental health and job needs of returning American vets. So the red hats for everybody today across Major League Baseball. As J.D. Drew stands in, second time through now for the Red Sox against Garrett Olson. Runners go, and no throw from Jojima. Double steal, Ellsbury and Lugo.
Man, Ellsbury really got a good jump, good read. Garrett, no chance right there. Obviously, he picked something up on Olson where he was maybe giving him a one-look feed, and he just took off running. They got the double steal.
Drew takes a strike over the outside corner, 1-1. He fouls it off to the left, and it's 1-2.
This is a situation we were talking like before, Don, about what is J.D. Drew? Is he a leadoff hitter? That's what he is. I mean, he can lead off, he can hit third, he can hit fourth, he can hit fifth. So this is a situation we got second and third. This is a great spot to have him up here getting more at bats because he's not a leadoff hitter right here. He's just not really in the middle of the lineup driving, run producer right here. So that's where that situation with the lineup, as good as the Red Sox happens, he's only leadoff really for that first at bat of the game. But as the game keeps rotating itself, he becomes all of a sudden the middle of the order run producer right here.
Especially with the amount of times the bottom of the Red Sox lineup is able to get on base.
It's huge.
As Ellsbury has, Lugo has, as Drew strikes out. Red Sox strand a pair but get 2 runs with a 2-run home run by Jason Varitek. 2-0 Boston at the end of 2. And motorcycle rally ride on July 26th. For more information on these events and more, visit bostonbruins.com. We head along to the third inning. Wow, this is 2 signs in 2 days for the K-Stock. How about that?
Oh, look at that, huh? Happy Foot. Look at that hat I'm wearing. That's outstanding.
What is that? It's great is what it is.
That is so awesome. Look at your hat, Don. That is awesome.
I like it. I like it a lot. Chris Woodward leads it off here in the third inning. What is this?
We just got burgers delivered to us.
By Tom Karen. That doesn't happen very often.
You know what, Tom? You're the greatest.
That's tremendous.
Did you pay for him, TC? That's what I want to know.
I doubt that very seriously. This one is line foul. Back into the seats. First row. A nice grab down there as Chris Woodward. There he is.
There he is. There he is.
Delivery guy. How about that?
There you go, TC. Don't think I'm not going to get into this burger, brother, because I am. As soon as we go to break, I'm going to dominate this thing.
You wanted free food? You got free food. Woodward cranks it foul off to the right. You were asking for food last night, left and right.
You know what? TC just comes through time in and time out, time and time again. So I appreciate it. I know you're excited too, Don. Don't act like you're not. I know you're
downplaying it.
Fired
right
up,
now,
brother.
I'm going to crush it in between innings. It's outside, and it's 1-2 to Woodward. Brad Penny's had a very good start to today. He's given up one hit through the first 2 innings. Jose Lopez with a single in the first. That's been it. And his offense collecting 2 runs. Woodward fouls off another. Chris Woodward, formerly with the Toronto Blue Jays, spent time with the Mets and Braves. First year with the Mariners. Pops it up foul down the first baseline. Bailey going as far as he can, but runs out of room. Time now to bring you up to speed with the AT Rapid Rewind. And for Brad Penny, 4 strikeouts today. Gets Ichiro looking to start things in the first inning. Then able to get Branyan, Langerhans, and Jojima for 4 strikeouts through the first 2 innings. AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, your world delivered.
You look up at Brad Penny right now. He's got 33 pitches, 24 strikes, but they're quality strikes. And we were talking about before. Can you throw the fastball 70% of the time and still have success? Yes, if you throw quality fastballs, you can have success. And when he's getting guys 2 strikes, he's going up in the zone and getting some strikeouts there. But Brad Penny's got a great fastball. He trusted. He'd rather get beat with the fastball than get beat with something, an off-speed pitch. It's his second or third best pitch.
He's having trouble putting away Woodward at the moment. This is the 9th pitch of the at-bat. And Woodward fouls off yet another. Strikeout high on the season for Penny is 8 Ks. He did that at Tampa Bay in a loss, a 6-inning effort against the Tampa Bay Rays. Pitch 10 of the at-bat, and the 2-2 to Woodward. On the ground at third base, Youkilis handles out number 1 of the inning, and Penny finally wins the battle. Nothing else. Woodward running up the pitch count there for Brad Penny. First batter here of the 3rd inning. So 1 out for Ronnie Cedeno, the shortstop for the Mariners. Mariners are without Yuneski Bencourt, the regular shortstop, without Adrian Beltre, the regular third baseman. Injuries have jumped up on him here in the first half of the season. The left side of the Mariners infield. But they're getting by.
No, I was going to say that's where you find, you get a guy like Cedeno in the offseason with trades and things. You gotta, over a course of 162 games, it's a marathon. It is a grind. Guys are going to go on the DL. Guys are going to go down. You're going to have injuries. How do you fight through it? You fight through it with your second-tier players, having good guys off the bench that can fill that void for a few weeks until you get your starters back. And the teams that have those good second-tier guys are the teams that end up winning throughout the course of the year, because you're going to have guys go on the DL and you're going to have guys get hurt.
The Angels were able to kind of weather the storm early in the American League West as they had so many pitching problems. They got Lackey back now and starting to get it together. The Mariners are hanging in there. This is at Pedroia, throws out Cedeno, and there's 2 down here in the 3rd inning. Premium suites are now available for the upcoming Mariners, Athletics, and Royals series. If you're looking for a new way to entertain friends and family, check out the Boston Red Sox Premium lineup. Limited number of pavilion suites for 20 to 25 guests, and some of the smaller all-inclusive premium packages have recently become available. For more information, call 617-226-6025, or you can email premiumsales@redsox.com now. World Series trophy hanging out up there.
That's what everybody's looking for. Plays this sport. You got one of those in your house, Don?
No, I do not. I spent a good amount of time traveling around with it, though.
Oh, that's good.
The 04 championship went all over.
That's great.
A lot of different visits. Got to know the trophy very well. It's amazing how many people like you when you're with the trophy.
Yeah, they're like, Don, how you doing? Let's see that trophy.
Well, Ichiro, a strikeout victim first time up, as he slices it foul.
You know, going back to the point we were talking about before, filling in second-tier guys having to play, you got to give a lot of credit to Don Wakamatsu, too, for having to push the right buttons. What guys do you play? Where do you play them? And that, too. And there's 2 World Series trophies right there, Don.
You got them both up there today.
It's like when guys used to sleep with bats when they were Little League. Did you sleep with that at night and put it on your pillow?
No. I would have been a better hitter maybe if I did. Brad Penny with 4 strikeouts through 2 2/3 innings. Ichiro backing out of the way. Always amazed me that Ichiro appears to be on the move. It's kind of deceiving. His feet maybe, but his hands are always back.
His hands are always back, and that's why he's so good. I mean, he keeps the bat in the zone for such a long time. His body's moving forward, but he keeps his hands in the zone so long. So he makes decisions later. You see, he lets the ball travel. He's moving forward, but he lets the ball travel, and he makes decisions later. And guys are always talking about his power. He's got some of the most power on BP you've ever seen. You can see here, he gets a little leg kick, loads his backside, and then he goes. And what he does there, and that's kind of when he fights that pitch off right there, but he loads that front leg, that loads his backside, and now it allows him to go forward with his body, keeping his hands back. Allows him to make decisions late, and that's why he's such a great hitter.
But for most guys, with their weight that far out, aren't they almost done for the most part, the exception of this guy?
But you can notice, though, he doesn't get out on his front foot. He rides his body. He loads, and then he rides his body, and then he does that right there.
Back up the middle into center field, a 2-out single. And only the second hit off Brad Penny today.
So you can see here, he loads, and now he rides. See, he never gets on his front foot and loses his backside. He still keeps his backside, so he loads, rides to his front side, and stays through the ball. He doesn't lunge out to his front foot and get off his backside. And there's the difference. It looks deceiving until you slow it down like that.
He's at first base, always a threat to take off as they check on him quickly. And 2 outs here in the 3rd inning. Russell Branyan, the batter. All kinds of power.
This is going to be interesting. Power on power here. Russell loves the fastball. Penny loves to throw it.
Branyan down the left field line. It is curling fair into the corner as Ichiro will try and score all the way from first base. The throw from short left is not going to be in time. Throw to third base. Branyan will be out there. The Mariners do get a run on the play and cut the Red Sox lead in half. It's 2-1 Boston at the end of 2.5. Conversation with former Governor Michael Dukakis to talk Manny Ramirez and Congress getting involved with sports issues. Plus a look at the all-Sox shortstops that have patrolled Fenway since Nomar Garciaparra left town. To relive the best moments in a very successful month of June. It's all coming up tonight at 10 on NESN. 90 seconds is not that long a time, as it turns out. And this is one thing you'll learn in this business is how to eat quickly in between innings. You only have 90 seconds to shove food in your face.
Man, was that burger good? Seriously.
It was solid. Really good. Gotta love that camera they put right in the booth, so Big Brother is always watching.
I know, I was just thinking, where'd they get that shot from? Little did I know, the thing 5 feet in front of me is all over us.
You gotta be really careful when you make faces at people in the truck, as they can see now, which has changed everything over the last couple years. And consequently, the relationship with some of the guys who work in the truck.
That's changed, yeah. I'm ready to get some floss. Do you have any floss?
I don't travel floss, no. I check my bag, but I don't think so. See what I can do for you, though. We have people that can take care of that.
I'm glad I'm not eating salad where you get one of those big pieces of lettuce in your tooth and you're like, how am I looking? Oh, you got a big piece of lettuce in your tooth.
Well, it's on to the bottom of the third inning. As Dustin Pedroia, Kevin Youkilis, and Jason Bay to bat here. Red Sox on top 2-1. Garrett Olson gave up a 2-run home run to Jason Varitek. Olson coming in with a record of 3-2. Pedroia gets jammed, pops it up, foul ground. Back comes Jojima. He's got to play. And he makes it for the first out of the bottom of the third inning. During our summer vacation, we're running an 8-hour marathon of the best Red Sox games on the first half of the 2009 season. And we want you to pick the games. Visit Sox and 2 show page on NESN.com to review our list of candidates and vote for your favorites to build the marathon's lineup. Then tune in for the Sox and 2 Best of 2009 Marathon on Wednesday, July 15th, beginning at noon. One out for Kevin Youkilis, who struck out swinging in the first inning. Olson with 3 strikeouts through 2 1/3 innings. Drives it to deep center field. Gutierrez going back at the wall to make the catch. Right in front of the door out there in straightaway center. Youkilis giving it a ride, but he's out number 2.
Man, Uke really puts a charge to that ball. I'll tell you what, there's nothing more frustrating as a hitter is when you cover a ball, you do everything right, you cover dead center to a big part of the park, and it just turns out to be a long out.
So 2 down for Jason Bay. Flied out in that direction first time up. Franklin Gutierrez out there in center as he takes strike 1. Garrett Olson, product of Cal Poly, played college baseball there, majored in mechanical engineering.
Yeah, pretty good right there.
Yeah.
Mechanical engineering. He has a future.
What was your major?
Speech communications.
How about that? And here you are.
My dad said to me, finally you're going to use the education we got you. All that money we spent.
You did all right doing your other stuff first, though.
Yeah, I decided to play a little baseball as long as I could, and then I get into speech communications afterwards, see if I can make some money.
Jason Bay with a count of 1-2, 2 down here in the third inning. In on the hands and lined in a hop to short. Cedeno's got to hurry up, and he can't get him. Thought he could catch it in the air, couldn't make the play cleanly, and Bay reaches it first.
Yeah, it looks like he got that, got the in-between hop. Didn't know if he could get it on the line. He starts coming, gets that in-between hop, bounces up and on. Jay Bay can run well. Jay Bay's a big guy, but he gets down the line well. And he's hustling right out the box. You'll always see Jason Bay. You're never going to see him jogging or doing anything like that. He gets out of the box right away, and he's able to beat that ball to first base.
And 2 down Bay at first as to short again, this time off the bat of Baldelli, and much easier for Cedeno, who ends this 3rd inning. We've played 3. It's 2-1 Boston. Hey, young fans, want to come to a game at Fenway Park? Kid Nation members receive discounted tickets to a 2009 home game, a collectible lunchbox, official hat, and much more. Parents, visit redsox.com/kidnation to join today. It's 2-1. Red Sox on top of the Mariners as we head to the 4th inning. Jose Lopez leads it off and pops it up. Veritek gives way to Youkilis, and Kevin puts it away in foul ground. Let's check in with Heidi Watney.
Well done. Jason Veritek is wearing special catcher's gear today in honor of the 4th of July. You can own the gear and have the Red Sox captain give it to you himself. As you can see, the gear has the stars and stripes in honor of the 4th of July. Now, the gear is going to be raffled off with all the proceeds going to charity to the Saints Medical Center. Raffle tickets are as little as $10. You win the gear and 4 tickets to a game where Veritek will present the winner with the equipment. You go to netraffle.org for more information.
All right, Heidi, thank you very much. See if I can get a couple of those raffle tickets.
You could be Captain America.
That'd be awesome. What I'll do is for Halloween next year, I'll wear that and I'll go get a shield, and I'll be Captain America. And maybe I'll get you a Spider-Man outfit.
Awesome.
And we can go as 2 Marvel superheroes.
We'll go together.
Be perfect.
I always want to be a super friend.
You know, I got a great story about Tech, and we're talking about Tech and his superhero outfits and everything like that. I think sometimes he is a superhero around here, you know, at Fenway Park, and what he's meant to the Red Sox these last few years. But playing with him last year, I really got a different take on him than playing against him all these years. Sometimes you'd come to the plate and be like, "Hey, what's up, Tech?" and he'd just give you the, you know, like
that's it.
Yeah, like caveman, you know. So as I got to play with him, I was like, man, you know, you never said much over the years, and we became buddies last year. And last year, we were in Japan, you know, that first trip, and Daisuke has a friend. Nice pitch right there. Daisuke has a friend right there, has a restaurant, and he got us all to go. So me, Tech, and Kyle Schneider, and Mike Lowell, and Alex Core, a couple other guys went, and he gives us the biggest steaks I've ever had in my life. These Matsusaka steaks, and they were like, marbleized and the best beef I've ever had in my life. But before that, they had for the first course, and I was like, oh man. And I was just crushing it. My face was
shocker.
there. Oh yeah, it was a shocker, like the burger I just ate. So I'm eating this meat, and text like, Case, man, how's that meat? I'm like, oh, you got to try this, brother. It's unbelievable. And I was like, what is this? I turned to the Japanese waiter. What is it? He's like, oh, it's cow tongue. I was like, oh, man.
Awesome.
So all of a sudden I see Tex, like, face totally changes. I was like, you better eat that, Tech. Okay, I just dominated the cow tongue in 5 bites. I thought it was like a special meat. And now that we know it's cow tongue, you better finish it off. So he did. I said, it'll be very rude if you don't finish the cow tongue.
But it was all good.
Oh, it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Cow tongue was off the charts. I'd only eat in Japan, though. I think it's better in Japan.
Well, Franklin Gutierrez batting here with 2 outs and the base is empty. It was quite an experience, though, to begin last year in Japan.
It really was. And it was so cool to play over there and to see that style of baseball and how they go about their business. I felt like it was a little more serious. Baseball's a little more serious over there than it is over here. I mean, they really go above and beyond the Call of Duty over there. But it is was a really cool experience.
It's outside to Gutierrez, and it's 2-2. Yeah, I'm glad we went because it's not a trip I think you would basically take on your own on a vacation anyway. I probably never would have gotten there had I not had this opportunity.
Yeah, me neither. I feel the same way. And I think the great thing about getting over there was to see their culture. They're such nice people, very respectful people. They went out of their way to do anything for you. I just am so glad I was on the Red Sox last year and had an opportunity to go to Japan.
Opposite field, and Gutierrez got himself a base hit with 2 outs here in the top half of the 4th inning. It was out there, and he just goes with it.
That's a nice piece of hitting right there. I mean, here's a pitch. Ball's down and away. And that is a pitcher's pitch. And Gutierrez tries not to do too much with it. If he tries to pull that ball, he rolls it over. He lets the ball get down. He just flips it over to right. It's a nice piece of hitting by Franklin Gutierrez.
So 2 down. Gutierrez at first base. Ryan Langerhans, who struck out his first time up, gets his second look at Brad Penny. First to check on first. And Brad Penny last time out, a loss against the Atlanta Braves. 6-inning effort, giving up just 2 runs. He's got so much run support this year, but didn't get any really in his last outing against the Atlanta Braves. Ran into Tommy Hanson, who was able to stymie the Red Sox, keeping them to just 1 run. Gave up both Braves runs on a solo home run by Chipper Jones in the first inning and Garrett Anderson in the 4th, and that was it. And normally he gets lots of run support, as you can see, 6.10. Today the Red Sox have supplied him with 2 runs so far. For Penny, it is just his 2nd career appearance against the Mariners. His only previous start, a game against the Seattle Mariners back on June 20th of 2006. He was a member of the Dodgers at the time. Took a 9-4 loss. Langerhans fouls it off and hurt himself in the process. 2-1.
Looks like he twisted his ankle or something.
Kind of rolled it.
Yeah, his ankle. Yeah, rolled his ankle. There's a lot of torque coming through there. 202. So you're looking to get on top of something. A little too much torque. That's when you get the ankle rolls, Tom.
We'll check it first, and Gutierrez back to the bag. Center fielder Jacoby Ellsbury has stepped towards right center. There is a gap out there in left center. Mariners trying to get something done here with 2 outs. They've scored a run last inning with 2 outs. throw, and a nice play by Bailey. He had to reach around the runner to grab that.
Nice play by Bailey right there. I always felt like as a first baseman, when a guy's picking over or a guy's making play in the field, always expect the bad throw. Never look for the ball to be in your chest, because then you'll be ready for anything. If it's in your chest, if it's at your chest or where it should be, it's a bonus. So right there, Bailey's mentality is, okay, if he's picking over here, I got to be ready for anything. So the ball's down and away, he's ready to go make that play and not have a ball go down the line where they can get something going. So as a first baseman, you have that mentality of expect the bad throw.
Jeff Bailey went back to Pawtucket, now up here for his second stint with the Red Sox. Actually was not playing first base. He was sent down to the Paw Sox. A lot of outfield play for Bailey, but comes up. First thing that he's been asked to do is play a lot of first base for the Red Sox. Of course, with the Euclid moving from first to third in the absence of Mike Lowell. With a full count, he now steps off the bag and plays behind the runner. There's ball 4 outside. And just the first walk of the day given up by Brad Penny. Here comes John Farrell as Penny got 2 quick outs in this inning and fouled out in a strikeout. And a single and a walk, and the Mariners have 2 on.
Yeah. It's funny right there with the call right there. An umpire has to get into the flow of the game too. That first inning, Penny gets that pitch on Ichiro. As the game goes on, umpire starts to get into the game more and realize what his zone is and where he's at. This is almost the same pitch that he brought up Ichiro on in the first inning. Now it's a ball. It's just, like you said, first batter of the game. They're kind of getting into the flow of the game too. They need to see a couple pitches, get into a couple calls. So what you see in the first inning from an umpire, you might not see in the 4th inning because he's getting into the flow of the game too.
It seems already that you have a much better outlook on umpires than Dennis Eckersley does. I've just noticed that in the 2 days we've worked together. It seems like you care about umpires and realize they have feelings too.
Well, I'll tell you what. You know what? Here's Ichiro's strikeout from the first inning. And look, that's the same exact pitch that you just saw. So you have to give umpires credit. Say, I'm going to give you a chance to get into the game too. And for me, Don, too, people talked about me talking to players at first base. Well, when they weren't on, I was talking to the umpires at first base. So you do really get to know these guys and know that they're doing the best they can. They're out there. They're good people. And the guy like Eck, he never got a chance to talk to the umpires, only when he was saying, that's a strike.
I got to have it.
You're nuts? I got to have that right there. You're crazy. He's on the mound in no man's land. I'm at first base. I'm talking to the umpires and finding out how their kids are doing.
Eck's trying to paint, and he's not getting any help. Center field, out goes Pedroia backpedaling, and he makes the catch with Ellsbury alongside. The Mariners strand 2 with 3.5 deep. It's 2-1 Red Sox.
treat for you, Don. That ice cream right there.
That would be great.
Do you like it with sprinkles or those little nut things they put on there?
There is some question
like
as to what is really healthy for me. Well, we head to the bottom of the fourth inning at Fenway Park. It's 2-1. The Red Sox on top. Glad you're along with us on this July 4th. Yes, the Red Sox get a 2-run home run from the guy who is coming up next, Jason Varitek, and it's the difference in the game right now as he comes to bat in the fourth inning. Garrett Olson has thrown 50 pitches for the first 3 innings today. Varitek, Ellsbury, and Bailey. Olson coming in with a record of 3-2. His 3 strikeouts today, a walk. He's given up 3 hits and 2 runs. Well, the only mistake he makes is to Varitek so far, and Jason made him pay. Inside 3-0.
That is one difference I noticed about Tech this year. Is last year he did. I think I counted a few times. He must have tapped 4 or 5 times with that toe. Looks like now he taps back, taps forward.
Takes a 4-pitch walk to begin the inning. It's time now for the Coors Light Freeze Camp. Jason Varitek's home run back in the 2nd inning. It is home run number 12 of the year for the captain.
Yeah, he just. Look at he gets that barrel in the baseball. But I think the big thing when you talk to Jason Varitek about hitting, everybody has their own niche of what makes them successful or what they think about the plate. And he does always talk about that toe tap. And what you're seeing from him this season that you didn't see last season was it's a 2-step. It's a tap back, tap forward, and that loads his backside. That's his load that gets him going. I think that's why you're seeing Tech being more consistent this year, driving the ball a little bit better because he's simplifying his swing. Instead of having a 4 or 5 toe tap, it's just a 1-2 toe tap.
Coors Light Freeze Can brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. And a quick visit from Joe Jamout to talk to Olson as they prepare for Jacoby Ellsbury, who's ahead in the count 1-0. Yeah, it sounds like that's one thing that Dave Magadan worked hard on, as well as Jason Varitek during spring training, was simplifying that approach from point A to point B with less taps, as you point out.
And that's what Mags is one of the best hitting coaches in the game, and he simplifies things. He's always in the cage to work and always wants to find out what makes you good. I think that's one thing great about Dave Magadan. When I first got to spring training last year, he said, "Case, what are the 2 things or 3 things that you look at when you're hitting?" And I say, "Well, I try this and I try that." So whenever I would go bad, he'd say, "Hey, are you turning your front shoulder in, or are you relaxed at the plate?" Well, Tech's thing is that toe tap. So Mag says, "Hey, let's try and simplify that toe tap and get away from the 4, 5, 6 toe tap. Let's get it back to a 1-2 toe tap." And how do you do that? You do it in flips before batting practice in the cages when Dave Magadan's behind the screen and flipping it to Tech to try and get his swing down in repetitions.
Ellsbury skies one to left. Langerhans is there for the first out of the inning. I think that goes without a lot of credit, I think, during the course of the season, is how much work the coaching staff puts in on a daily basis.
Yeah, it's amazing. One of the most prepared staffs I've ever played for, Tito and Brad Mills and DeMarlo and Johnny Farrell. I mean, Johnny Farrell is so on top of that pitching staff. Dave Magadan does an unbelievable job with the hitters. When you're talking about a hitting coach, what do you want from a hitting coach as a big league hitter? I mean, you know, you see so many guys I know that you have little kids, you see everyone's getting lessons when they're 10 and lessons when they're 12. And in the big leagues, it's such more of a mental game. You're here because you're good, but it's the mental side of the game and making small changes. And Dave Magadan understands that hey, listen, it's not we don't need to overhaul your swing. We need to make small changes for you as an individual and your mental, and to get your mental side of the game right. And I think that's why Dave Magadan's so good. And Don, he's always in the cages, man. He's always in the cages ready to flip. You want to find Dave Magadan? Go to the cages. He'll be there. And that's a sign of a worker. This guy's hard work. He's there for you. He's there for the players. And that's what I respected so much last year of working with Mags and talking, hitting. And for me, not playing every day, I got a really good chance to sit in the dugout sometimes and talk to Mags about hitting. Hey, what would you do here? Or how would you teach this? and they always had an answer for me. So they did a great job of hiring a guy like Dave Magadan.
Inside for ball 2 to Jeff Bailey, who bats with 1 out. Jason Varitek at first base. Part of our key matchup brought to you by Honda. Jeff Bailey against Garrett Olson, 2 for 5 with 2 home runs. Neither Olson or Bailey with a lot of major league time, but Bailey's had good success in a short amount of time. As he hits a high fly ball out towards left field, Lager Hans to his left will make the catch out there for out number 2 as Varitek scampers back to the bag at first.
There's a situation there you never give up on the play. Gutierrez lost that ball in the sun because he had a bad angle, but Langerhans stayed with the play and ends up making the play in the gap. But if Gutierrez had to make that play, it might have hit him right in the head.
Yeah, you could tell he couldn't see it. Still trying to figure out the sun right now. As he had stopped running and was still a good 5 feet away from where it ended up. So 2 down, Varitek at first. Julio Lugo, the battery, walked and stole a base in the second inning. And is down on the count 0-1. We'll go down 0-2. Olson does have 3 strikeouts today, but they both came in the first 2 innings. He has walked 3 batters, including a leadoff walk for Jason Varitek in this inning. They really play for Lugo to go the other way. The center fielder Gutierrez well into right center. And it's on the ground to third base. Woodward will go to second for the force out that ends things here in the 4th inning. Leadoff walk is wasted for the Red Sox. They lead it 2-1 at the end of 4. On today and grab a group order of America's favorite coffee and snacks. Dunkin' Run, invite, order, run, enjoy. How's that for easy? American runs on Dunkin'. I was doing so well right up till the end.
Yeah, you were on fire the next thing you know.
See ya. 5th inning, and leading it off for the Mariners is Chris Woodward. Ronnie Cedeno and Ichiro to bat here in the 5th. A 2-1 Red Sox lead. Brad Penny at 65 pitches for the first 4 innings today. This one flared foul off to the right. I want to ask you, as part of last year's edition of the Red Sox, how frustrating it was to have such a dramatic come from behind victory here at Fenway Park get yourself into a Game 7 situation that it appeared the Red Sox would control in most, especially the way things have gone over the last few years. Game 7, Red Sox are so successful in that setting, and then to have Tampa Bay win it in the end.
It was so frustrating, especially to come back in Game 5, put up 8 runs there after being down 7-0 late in the game. And then Petey lead in Game 7, gets that home run off Garza, and I'm thinking, we're gonna win it. So it was frustrating. I think everybody was frustrated we didn't win that Game 7, and Garza really just came up and had a great day, and Johnny Lester pitched well too. We just fell a little short, but it was frustrating, especially having to come back in that series and battle those guys all year long.
You had the type of team, it seemed like all year, that you were a team that could have won the World Championship last year, and that had to be frustrating as well.
No doubt about it. Now, I didn't watch much of the World Series because it was frustrating to watch those guys, but I really think we would have given the Phillies a good run for their money. But it just wasn't meant to be. But like you said, to get that close, to get to Game 7, to battle all year long, and have those battles against Tampa, it was tough.
Bunt down the first baseline, flip to first, and trying to take third base, but stopping at second base is Woodward, and injured is Bailey as he comes up lame. I think he got stepped on before going into the air. Cedeno will reach. Woodward takes second, and all eyes on Jeff Bailey at first base. He got hit.
Oh, he got hit good there.
Hanging in there trying to get the out.
Yeah, looks like he turned to left angle right there. That's a situation right there when you get that push punt over there. It looked like Penny wanted to take it, but Pedroia called him off. And I think in that situation, I think Penny had a beat on that ball. He should have just taken the ball, but Pedroia got a good read, but I don't think that's his play. The play there is for Penny to go get it and Bailey to stay home, because the communication there is between the first baseman and the pitcher. So you see the hard bunt here. Penny gets off the mound. If he keeps running, that ball might be by Penny. I still think if you look at it from a different angle, it looks like Penny could have had the ball and Bailey has the flip. See right there, Penny gives up on the ball. I think if Penny keeps running, he gets the ball to Bailey, because the communication right there is the first baseman and the pitcher. But Petey obviously had to have called off Penny. Right here he goes, I got it. Penny bails. Petey really doesn't have a play on that ball. That's a tough ball. That's a great bunt right there. People say, what's the miscommunication there, and how can we don't make that play? Well, Cedeno puts down a perfect bunt, and when you put down bunts like that, you see plays like that just, it looks like it's chaos out there, because it is. I mean, a perfect bunt, sometimes it's tough to say who has it, who doesn't have it.
It's first and second now for Seattle. Nobody out. Red Sox holding on to a 2-1 advantage. At the top of the Mariners order, Ichiro is the batter. He singled his last time up and is 1 for 2 today. The 8-9 men getting on for the Mariners and setting the table. As Ichiro shows bunt, pulls back, takes ball 1. The league leaders are brought to you by Olympia Sports. And the highest batting average in the American League against right-handers. Joe Mauer is on top at .417. Then Ichiro. Jason Bartlett of the Rays. Adam Kennedy reviving his career with the Oakland A's. Speaking of the Twins, last night watched part of their game. They ended up losing in 16 innings to the Detroit Tigers last night in quite a battle.
They're battling back and forth in that Central. I think you're going to see those two teams back there, but the Tigers are back where they're trying to get to the World Series like they were in '06. They got a good team. They're pitching well at the top of the rotation there, and you're going to see the Twins and the Tigers, I think, battling out in that Central till the end.
The Tigers are back in business after a very tough go of it. Everybody kind of expected them to be on fire with the roster they put together. Just didn't work out for whatever reason. Yeah,
it didn't work out. Sometimes things don't mesh. I think they had a couple injuries at the top of their rotation that just didn't play out. Bonderman got hurt. Nate Robertson struggled a little bit. Verlander had an off year. Now they're, the biggest trade was the trade of Edwin Jackson. Getting Edwin Jackson to put him and Verlander at the top of the rotation, bringing Porcello up as the third pitcher. A 20-year-old kid, relying on him to do some things, and having Jim Leland at the helm. He's just like a guy like Tito Francona, old school.
To right field, right at J.D. Drew to make the catch. He's up and throwing. It is cut off. And taking third base is Chris Woodward on the line out to right for Ichiro. Where can you score the best Red Sox gear in town? Check out BostonGlobeStore.com. The Boston Globe Store is everything for the diehard fan. Autographed memorabilia, Red Sox photos, souvenirs, and more. Shop online, shop anytime, shop BostonGlobeStore.com. One out here in the top half of the fifth inning. Chris Woodward at third base, Ronnie Cedeno at first base, and Russell Branyan the batter. Branyan struck out in the first inning. He doubled in the third. 1 for 2 showing so far today. Over the outside corner for strike one. Earlier this year, June 17th, Brad Penny picked up his 100th career win. He's enjoyed pitching here at Fenway Park. He is 4-1 in 7 starts at Fenway. And ahead of Branyan, 0-2. The 0-2 to Branyan. It's up high, and it's 1-2.
Good pitch right there, though. Tech wants it up 0-2. If you get it above the zone, it doesn't swing good. We want to try and get him going fishing here. We're not looking to throw a good pitch. Penny's not looking to throw a good pitch here. He's looking to throw a waste pitch up that maybe Branyan chases.
It's up and it's fouled off. 1-2. On deck is Jose Lopez. Mariners batting here in the 5th inning. Woodward at third base, Cedeno at first base with 1 out. Down and in, 2-2. This will be the 80th pitch of the day for Brad Penny with 1 out in the 5th inning. He's been up over 100 pitches in each of his last 6 outings.
You can see why a guy like Brad Penny gets his pitch total up, because a fastball pitcher, guys are going to foul balls off, which is going to rise your pitch count every time.
It's outside, and it's a full count now to Branyan, who's hung in there, had a pretty good at bat against Brad Penny, making him work. First and third, 1 down in the 5th inning. Mariners, the tying run 90 feet away. They got a run in the 3rd, and they're trying to add on here in the top half of the 5th. Runner goes at first. Branyan fouls it off, and it's still a full count as that time Cedeno took off. Mariners in the midst of a 9-game, 10-day road trip. This is game 8 of the trip. And so far they are 4-3 after starting in Los Angeles against the Dodgers. Series against the Yankees before their arrival here at Fenway Park, and taking the first game of this 3-game series. 3-2 is fouled off again, and Branyan continues to put in a good at bat. Ninth pitch of the at bat is coming up for Branyan.
Russell strikes out a lot, but he also gets on base a lot. He's got a 400 on base percentage. I mean, he also gets his walks and has quality at bats, which he's doing right here.
And he fouls it off again. He's reaching back that time, a little extra for Penny at 97. Branyan tied for second in the American League with 20 home runs. Time called. In the meantime, the pitch count for Penny rising. Started this inning at 65 pitches. Again, the payoff pitch is fouled off again by Branyan.
You know, you get into this little battle one-on-one with a pitcher where you're fouling off pitches and he's making pitches. Whoever wins it, you as a hitter, I know as a hitter, I'm speaking from a hitter's point of view. When I have good at bats like this and lose the battle, nothing more frustrating.
Branyan hits a fly ball to left field. Jason Bay in front of the track gets the catch, and tagging from third and heading in to score the game-tying run is Chris Woodward.
Branyan gets the job done there. I mean, you know, put together that good at bat, got a pitch he could get a long fly ball to and gets the job done. I mean, that's exactly what he was trying to do, was get a ball to the outfield where he could get Woodward to tag up.
11 pitch at bat and able to get that sacrifice fly for his 44th RBI of the year is Branyan. It scores Woodward, game tied 2-2 with Ronnie Cedeno at first base and 2 down. Here's Jose Lopez. A single to center field in the first and fouled out to the third baseman Kevin Youkilis in the 4th inning. And the ground foul, and it's 0-1. The Red Sox getting their 2 runs on a 2-run shot by Jason Varitek in the second. Mariners coming back with a run in the third and a double by Branyan that knocks in a run, and then Branyan able to pick up the other Mariners RBI with a sacrifice fly in this inning. Now Lopez to center field, but right at Jacoby Ellsbury, who makes the catch that ends the inning. The Mariners tie the game though with a run. It is now 2-2, 4.5 deep into this one. Wow. It was D'Angelo's Lobster Nation catch of the day. His friends are really appreciative of that catch. Find your best catch of the day at D'Angelo. Their famous lobster lineup is back and loaded with 100% real lobster. Try the lobster roll, the baked stuffed lobster, or the lobster sandwich. Come on. You deserve D'Angelo.
The great part about that play right there that fan makes is if he goes too far to his left, he's falling down into the tunnel right there.
Well, here's J.D. Drew to lead it off in the bottom of the 5th inning. Drew flied out to left in the 1st inning, struck out looking in the 2nd inning. Red Sox now in the midst of a 2-2 game with the Seattle Mariners in the bottom of the 5th. Drew down 0-2. Check swing foul. Found it interesting today that Terry Francona was talking about how Fenway Park used to be a great hitter's park and how that's changed now today with all the new ballparks around, and of course a lot of those are now bandbox. A little bit different here. Fenway Park, not the hitter's park it used to be.
It really isn't. I think if guys can use that wall, like Tito was saying, use that wall to their advantage, and you can make it, you can get some hits on it, singles and doubles. But it's not really a home run park to right. The ball dies, and really dies out there at times. You got to really cover the ball to get it out there. So I don't think it's as much of a hitter's park as people think. They always talk about, Pesky's pole is right on you. Yeah, you might see 2 or 3 home runs a year ago over Pesky's pole. You might get a nice double, but it jets out so quickly in right field. Dead right there. It's really to dead right. It's really 380.
Yeah, we can think of Nick Green's walk-off home run here last weekend, a couple weekends ago, but you really don't see that many down there.
Yeah, you don't see that many, and just like Nick Green's, it kind of curled around.
Yes.
Had a little sink on it and kind of curled around the pole. So you don't really see, that pole come into play so much. And I think fans or people that look at Fenway Park think, oh, it's a short porch and right. It really is not a short porch and right. I've been there.
Terry was talking about the advantage as a left-handed hitter who can flick it the other way off the wall.
Yeah.
And this is a pop-up into shallow right. Out goes Lopez. In comes the center fielder Gutierrez, and it's Gutierrez who handles out number 2 down. And it's time for a game break. And Tom Caron, TC.
I love Kobayashi.
There you go. He's your hero.
I think I could eat like 3 burgers. That guy can eat like 58 burgers. Or hot dogs. Really, hot dogs is what he does. Don, you ever seen the technique?
Shove it all in
double
your mouth.
Bun into the water, I think. No.
Oh, really?
Yeah, double bun into the water, shove it in, then like 5 hot dogs, then 3 buns. Then
Really?
they drink the water.
So it's all about the water.
I think so. I think the water is the X factor. If you don't have the water, you got no chance. Last year in New York, Coco Crisp tried to do it. He lined up like 6 hot dogs. He's like, all right, I'm going to try it, because it was July 4th, I think, or it was at some time then. We were watching it. Kobayashi was going, and he got like 2 hot dogs, and he's like, I'm out. You can't do it anymore. I was like, that was a great showing, Coco. He really stepped up right there.
Nicholas takes the ball outside. He bats with 2 outs and a count of 1-2. I didn't know there was a technique to this that works.
Yeah, it's a real legit technique. If you keep watching and honing it, then you can.
Yeah.
Don, you too can be a hot dog eating champion.
Can't get over how excited Tom Caron was. I think he's found a new calling. This is to deep left field, and it is off the wall for Kevin Youkilis. Sprinting towards second, throw off the mark. He's got himself a 2-out double.
Talk about using the monster. This guy has used the monster to his advantage ever since he stepped foot on Fenway Park. But Uke right here gets a pitch. Little backup slider right there. It kind of comes into his zone. He gets the bat head out like he always does. And this is a good hustle play too. Hitting balls off the monster there, you still got to get going, because those balls get to the left fielder quicker than you think. Uke does a great job and has himself a 2-out double.
So 2 down to Youkilis at second base, and here's Jason Bay. Had originally given Bay credit for a base hit to the shortstop in the third inning. That has now been changed as he reaches on the error. So he is 0 for 2. He has flied out, reached on an error. Line to short, and a nice catch by Cedeno. He had Euclid running in front of him, and it ends things here in the fifth. We played 5, tied 2-2. College hockey coach Tim Army will be live on Yawkey Way stage. And we'll look ahead to the return of Nomar Garcia-Parra to Fenway Park on Monday. It's all coming up tomorrow at 12:30, only on NESN. Well, it's on to the sixth inning, tied up 2-2. And action in the Red Sox pen for the first time today is Justin Masterson. He is warming up. Brad Penny has thrown 87 pitches through the first 5 innings. And has to deal with 4, 5, and 6 in the Mariners order here in the 6th inning. Ken Griffey Jr., Franklin Gutierrez, and Ryan Langerhans. Griffey's 0 for 2. He's fly to right and struck out. Check swing foul.
Yeah, Don, we look at today, you think about July 4th, what a beautiful day it is today. You know, everyone's out cooking out, having some family get-togethers. It's what this country's all about. The freedom that all our soldiers throughout all the wars fought for, and what this country's based on. And I just think this day is such a great day. And I'll give a shout out to Dan Nolan, who's my cousin, who has served. He's a Marine helicopter pilot. He served 3 tours over there, overseas in Iraq and Afghanistan, and tell him thanks, and all the troops out there that are fighting for our freedom and all the things they do for this country over in Iraq and Afghanistan. That this is the day that we understand what they've all done for us, and to give a thanks to all those guys that are serving this great country.
Well said. Nicely done. There's the 2-1 misses, and it is 3-1. See the base paths, or rather the bases we just showed you here is near Fenway Park. There's a pop-up foul off the third base side, and it's a full count. Well, the Mariners are not afraid to come back. Last night, their victory was the 22nd come-from-behind win this season. And today, they were down 2-0. Here they are, 2-2. They're a resilient bunch.
They are resilient. They do a lot of things well, and they pitch well. And I think that's the biggest thing. Whenever you pitch well, you give your offense a chance to come back. The teams that pitch well, you look at teams year in and year out that have a lot of come from behind wins. Why? Because their pitching keeps them in games. Because their starters keep them in games, their bullpen holds it right where they need to be, so that it allows the offense to have a chance to have those comeback wins.
Griffey fouling it off. This is one thing the Mariners have been able to do today, is take Brad Penny deep into counts and foul a lot of pitches off. That pitch count rising and is up there as he works here in the 6th inning.
I think that's the thing with Penny we were talking about earlier. He throws a lot of fastballs, which is his best pitch, which he should do, and that's why he's had a great career and been very successful. But it also, too, allows you to throw a lot of pitches because guys foul off the fastball more often than not.
Griffey hits a fly ball to right field. J.D. Drew has it sized up, and he makes the catch for out number 1. So 1 out here in the 6th inning, and Franklin Gutierrez coming up. Gutierrez has grounded out to second base and singled to right, 1 for 2. As he takes strike 1 from Penny. Longest outing of the year for Brad Penny is 6 2/3 innings. He's not yet gone 7 innings in any of his outings this season. He's generally around 5 2/3 to 6 innings for the most part, but very consistent in that area. And because of that pitch count, has not been able to go any deeper. Gutierrez fouls it off, and it's 1-2.
Another thing we're talking about too is Penny throws a 4-seam fastball, which that's the pitch that's fouled back. We're talking about he hasn't gone into the 7th, 8th, 9th inning a lot because he throws that 4-seamer, which is a straight fastball that guys get a hold of. You see a lot of guys that go into the 8th, 9th inning with the sinker.
Right.
You know, the sinker that guys put into play that are double play balls, that are balls that are, you know, pitch to contact balls. Well, this Penny's going to a lot of times will strike you out or put together in a bat where you might foul off a couple pitches. He's going to get you out eventually, but there's going to be some pitches thrown as opposed to a guy that's a sinker ball pitcher where he's pitching to you to have you put it in play.
A guy like Derek Lowe who goes deep into games.
Exactly.
Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 6 for Brad Penny. 2 down here in the 6th inning. Made quick work of Franklin Gutierrez. That's out the breaking ball this time.
Nice curveball. You know, and you need that swing and miss pitch. And you've seen Penny the last few innings starting to throw little to Brandy through a first pitch backdoor curveball, trying to mix in some more curveballs and mix in some off-speed pitches to get guys off the fastball.
It's an even 100 pitches through 5 2/3, so he's in about the same spot that he generally is. Ryan Langerhans, the batter, struck out in the 2nd, walked in the 4th inning, and takes strike 1. Fly ball out towards left center field. Ellsbury tracking it into left center and puts it away. Brad Penny with a nice 1-2-3 6th inning. Played 5.5 from Fenway. It's tied up 2-2. Heidi and Mark will run down the Sox best plays from the month of June. Listen in on Nick Green while he was mic'd up during batting practice and more. Join them tomorrow at noon just before Sox Mariners coverage begins for the Ultimate Red Sox Show. Presented by Arbella Insurance, here for good. It looks like Brad Penny's day is over after 6 innings and 102 pitches. As he gets congratulations from John Farrell, Terry Francona, and his teammates. As we head to the bottom of the 6th inning, Red Sox will try to get him a run here and maybe a win. Says he's able to have a 1-2-3 6th inning.
Nice quality start for Penny right there. 6 innings, 2 runs. Pitched effectively all day. Really had his fastball working for him. Another good start for him here in his last so many starts.
Yeah, he's been 4-1 at Fenway, trying to go 5-1. Red Sox can get him a run here in the inning. Baldelli, Varitek, and Ellsbury. And Rocco's with a swing and a miss is down 0-2. Baldelli gets hit. The pitch inside that gets him, and the lead runner on for the Red Sox here in the 6th inning.
Tell you what, as much as that hurts when it's 0-2, you're like, please hit me. When you're the hitter, because sometimes you're 0-2 and you don't mind. You know, obviously you never want to get hit because it hurts, but when it's 0-2, you don't mind getting hit sometimes because you're like, all right, it's 0-2, I'm in the hole. Yeah, if you have to get hit, 0-2 is the time to get hit because then you're like, all right, I was in the hole anyhow, I'll take it.
I think I'd pass all the time. Really, I don't think any scenario having me get hit would be good.
Don, if you got hit with 95, you might retire, pal.
Wrap it up. Rocco Baldelli is at first base, hit by a pitch. Jason Varitek with a 2-run home run in the 2nd. He walked in the 4th inning. I know what I forgot. I wanted to ask you. You know, you're like my 22nd new partner this year.
Yeah.
And I have questions for everybody, but one that I remembered, I mean, you're this really nice guy. I remember that from you last year. You were suspended in the fight against the Tampa Bay Rays. What did you do to get suspended?
Well, I went flying out there like Braveheart.
Yeah.
And then I saw, you know, I think when you run into that situation, I just saw a fist flying in Coco, and it was just craziness. And I think I went after James Shields, and next year I know I got 3 games.
How about that? I just can't picture it. I remember it afterwards going, I mean, you'd rather talk to people than fight people.
Well, I wasn't really looking to fight. I was just, I think I dropped a Macho Man elbow off the top rope on him, really. And they got me for it.
Some WWF flashback.
Yeah, it really wasn't anything like too graceful. Like, I'd never done anything too graceful in my career, but it was just more of like a atomic elbow onto the mound. And somehow Bob Watson thought that was 3 games and a couple $1,000.
Yeah, well, it was expensive.
Yeah, that was an expensive elbow.
But it looked cool on TV, which is all that matters.
Yeah, I got a great picture of that, too. Like, I'm on the mound, DeMarlo's holding Shields, Tito's running out there. I don't think he even knows what he's doing.
Right.
He's looking around. Petey's a little, he doesn't know what he's doing. Coco's on the ground. Gomes is throwing punches. That was mayhem.
Yeah, it's wild. And you end up suspended.
The next thing I know, I'm suspended. How'd that happen? They don't get anybody else?
Varitek hits it down the line at third, kicks off the boxes as Baldelli is going to try for third. Here comes the throw, and he will be safe. Good aggressive base running there for Baldelli. He looked up, knew it was going to be tight, but he gets there.
Good heads-up play there by Baldelli, taking that base, trying to get there. Less than 2 outs. This is the tricky part of this park right here. This ball kicks right here. And the shortstop, Cedeno, ends up getting the ball. But Baldelli knew he had it. He knew he was running enough right here. He makes the read. He plays right in front of him. He knows he's going to make it.
Here comes Rick Adair, the pitching coach, first and third. Nobody out. Good chance here for the Red Sox in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the fight. Just not to bring back bad memories, but while we're talking about it, let's see if we can see what you slide in.
I'm one of the first guys out right here, and I come flying in right around the corner. I'm right. There I am, to the right.
That's awesome.
Looks like I passed up Coco. You're on your own, Coke. I'm going to get Shields.
Wow. You were all business. You came out there on a mission.
Man, next thing I know, I was on the bottom of the pile. I was like, how'd that happen?
That's no fun.
I tell you what.
Cleats everywhere.
That is scary. When you're in it, when you're in a brawl like that, it is scary. It's not.
I've been in a ton.
Don, you've charged them out a few times in your career. I'm sure back at 12-year-old traveling all-stars, when that guy pegged you, you went out to get him, did you?
You don't have to tell me about brawls, big dog. Been there, done that. First and third, nobody out. Check swing for Ellsbury.
I do see you more as a brawler, Don.
Yeah.
Especially if someone's taking your burgers.
Yeah. I've been suspended a lot.
I've been suspended a lot.
Bob Watson knows me. Jacoby Ellsbury is 1 for 2. He singled in the second, flied out in the fourth. It's inside as Ellsbury twists away. Right-hander up, Roy Corcoran in the pen. As Olson has worked here into the sixth inning, pitched pretty well, holding the Red Sox to 2 runs at this point, but it's Rocco Baldelli begin the inning. A single for Varitek, first and third, nobody out. Ellsbury back to Olson, looks to third, and they got Baldelli in a rundown, throw to the plate. Georgimo will run him back and apply the tag. So it did not work out for the Red Sox. Olson noticed that Baldelli was off the bag at third, and they get him in the rundown and get him for the first out of this bottom of the sixth inning.
Well, look what happens here. The ball's rocketed up the middle. Obviously, Baldelli reacts. He's already in his secondary lead off the mound. The ball kicks from Olson to the third base side. So the one play he has, he knows he doesn't have Ellsbury at first. The one play he's looking for is Baldelli at third. And fortunately for Garrett Olson, unfortunately for the Red Sox, is that Baldelli's kind of in no man's land. It's a no man's land play as a base runner. I mean, there's nothing Baldelli can do right there. He's already in his secondary. Olson, the ball kicks to third. Doesn't have Ellsbury. The only play he has is Baldelli. It's just one of those tough breaks as a base runner.
So for Olson, a big out. First and second, 1 out. And Jeff Bailey takes ball 1. Bailey has flied out twice to the left fielder. He's 0 for 2. Olson at 90 pitches with 1 out here in the sixth inning. And it's strike 1 to Bailey, 1-1. Olson trying to pitch his way around to hit batter and a single to begin this sixth inning. Jason Varitek with that single. Jacoby Ellsbury reaching on the fielder's choice. 2 on, 1 away. And a 1-1 to Jeff Bailey. It's outside, ball 2. Wilson with 4 strikeouts in his outing. He's walked 3. Up to this point, only giving up 2 runs. You see Julio Lugo, number 9 man, waiting on deck.
You know, you see Jeff Bailey in the lineup today, and you think about why is he in the lineup? Because he's 2 for 4 with a couple bombs off him. Terry Francona is the master at that. Matchups, matchups, matchups. He's always on top of it. Last year, would always admire the way he put lineups together and how he really thought them through.
Ground ball left side. Woodward to second for 1 on to first base. It's a double play. And Olson getting out of a big jam here in the sixth inning. Game remains tied 2-2. Iced tea. The Astros and Padres had to endure a 52-minute delay on Thursday, not due to weather, but bees. A thick swarm of honeybees took over left field at Petco Park. A beekeeper had to be brought in while play was stopped. It's twisted but true. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea is a refreshing hard iced tea that tastes like real iced tea. Be a little twisted. I didn't know everybody had a beekeeper ready to go. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
I mean, I was thinking that when I read that article that he was there like 50 minutes later the game was doing. Well, how'd they get a hold of they got a beekeeper on speed dial or something?
That's unbelievable.
I understand you got a doctor and all that stuff, but the beekeeper's on speed dial too?
Ready to go in the full outfit.
Yeah.
Call to the bullpen brought to you by New England Ford dealers. As Justin Masterson comes in after 6 innings for Brad Penny. Masterson dealing with Kenji Jojima as he makes an appearance in his 23rd game of the year, 4.28 ERA. He struck out 54 batters in 61 innings. Ball and a strike to Jojima. Jojima has struck out swinging and popped out to second base, 0 for 2. '97 there from Masterson as Hideki Okajima warms in the Red Sox pen. Red Sox getting 6 innings from Penny, who gives up 6 hits, 2 runs. He walked a batter and struck out 6 through 102 pitches. There's a pop-up on the right side of the infield. Pedroia backpedaling to make the grab. And racing in, had to go back a step or 2, 1 down. So 1 down here in the 7th inning. A tough sky right now. A high sky at Fenway Park on what's turned out to be a beautiful day. Chris Woodward, the third baseman for the M's, 1 for 2 today. Of course, right field, the sun field here at Fenway Park, and that'll be a factor as we move along here today. As always, for J.D. Drew and for Ichiro. I know you were a teammate of Justin Masterson's last year, but I'm still amazed at what he was able to accomplish on a big stage last year, especially in the postseason as a rookie.
I mean, talk about impressive. When you meet this guy, I remember the first day of spring training, I met him, and he was like, hey, nice to meet you. Just the nicest guy ever, just a big guy. But I'll tell you what, the thing that impressed me most about Justin Masterson, he wants the ball every time. It doesn't matter if he's giving up 10 runs, 1 run, whatever. He wants the ball every time to go out there. And his mentality is what impressed me the most. So, hey, even having success in the postseason or anything like that, it didn't surprise me because of who the guy is as a person. His mental approach of, I'm coming to beat you. It's a one-on-one competition, and I'm going to get you somehow. And you know, whether he gets you or not is another thing. But that's his approach, and he's got that. He's got great stuff, and more importantly, he is a great kid. He is one of the nicest people you'll ever meet in the game of baseball.
It's so nasty, especially to right-handed hitters, that breaking ball that he's got that he breaks out. It's almost unhittable at times if he places it right.
Yeah, he's got just above average stuff and everything. You know, good single, you know, and that arm angle, Don, too, is, you know, as a hitter, when you're facing a typical starter and then you get to the bullpen and you got a guy like this coming out of the pen, it's not easy to lock in on it for him, and he could be a max effort guy for an inning or two. And just let it, you know, just let it fly.
He just reached 97 a couple pitches ago. And has a full count to Woodward with 1 out here in the 7th inning. Oh, 102 pitches today for Brad Penny. There's ball 4 and a 1-out walk for Chris Woodward. 6 innings for Penny today. 6 hits, 2 runs. Walked a batter, struck out 6. And departs with a no decision. Looked like the Red Sox are going to be able to get a run for him there in the bottom of the 6th inning when the first 2 reached. But Garrett Olson got out of the jam, and a no decision today for the Red Sox starter. 1 out, Chris Woodward at first base in the Mariners' 7th inning. Ronnie Cedeno, the batter, in a close play at first. as Woodward able to just get back. One fouled off to the right. Masterson trying to bounce back after what arguably could have been his toughest outing out of the bullpen of his career. At Baltimore, part of what was a very tough night for the Red Sox. He went 2 innings, giving up 5 hits and 5 runs, a career high in runs allowed for him out of the pen. And his first appearance since that night. Perhaps the most devastating loss of the year for the Red Sox. They had a 10-1 lead in that game. Saw it go by the boards. Left side, not hit hard. Youkilis goes to second for 1, and the Red Sox still turn it. Around the horn they go to end the top half of the 7th inning. And we'll keep it right here at Fenway Park for God Bless America with the game tied 2-2. 7th inning stretch from Fenway on this July 4th.
Of the Red Sox Foundation. Now please rise and stretch and prepare to sing along with our Fenway Park organist as he plays Take Me Out to the Ball Game, presented by Coca-Cola. But before that, let's greet another performer from the United States Air Force Band of Liberty who will deliver this afternoon's rendition of God Bless America. Please welcome Master Sergeant Jennifer Dashnaw.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the light with light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans wide with foam. God bless America, my home sweet home. America, my home, sweet, sweet home.
J.D. Drew and Dustin Pedroia coming to bat in this bottom of the 7th inning. Red Sox had a pretty good opportunity. First two reached in the 6th inning, but could not score. The Mariners able to turn a double play to end the bottom of the 6th inning. Red Sox turn a double play to open up the top of the 7th. It's been a well-pitched game. Lugo has been on twice today as he was a recipient of a base on balls from Garrett Olson in the 2nd, and then reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th. Olson about to have a new season high. There's 95, and it's outside. Lugo takes strike one, 2-1.
Olson's really done a nice job today, mixing up his pitches, really pitching, spotting his fastball, getting his off-speed pitches, getting guys out front. He's done a nice job mixing it up today.
Butt bid popped up, and it falls foul. Garrett Olson, the pitcher, ended up being the closest guy to it. Roy Corcoran is still up in the pen. Dunkin' Donuts is in its 10th year of hosting local youth groups and charitable organizations in the Dunkin' Dugout, a special seating section at Fenway Park. Thousands of children have had the chance to catch a Red Sox home game thanks to Dunkin' Donuts. 2-2 to Lugo. Swinging a foul tip. And he stays alive. Red Sox have had a base runner in every inning but the 1st inning. Garrett Olson had a 1-2-3 first. Red Sox had left 6 men on base. Lugo strikes out. Doesn't like it, but takes with him the 5th K of the day for Garrett Olson.
Nice pitch right there by Olson, little backdoor slider. I mean, it looks like it caught the plate, and if you're Julio Lugo, you're not hitting that pitch. It's just off the plate. It's a tough pitch to hit. As a hitter, you're just hoping the umpire calls it a ball, because that's even a tough pitch to fight off.
J.D. Drew has had a quiet day. Flied out to left, struck out looking, struck out swinging. He's 0 for 3. Breeze has picked up, blowing what appears to be left to right now. Across the outfield, kind of a swirling wind. Is blowing in at one point. 3-0 quickly to J.D. Drew. So the breeze has picked up pretty significantly. There's a strike, 3-1. Olson coming into this outing 3-2 with a 4.81 earned run average. Up over 100 pitches now. His longest outing of the year pitch wise. And it's ball 4 to Drew. The 4th walk given up by Olson. Stay with us immediately following the game today for WB Mason's Extra Innings with TC, Gordon Eads, and Heidi. You get the breakdown of the key plays in today's Game 2 of this series and the live post-game press conferences of Terry Francona and Brad Penny. Plus, don't miss all the reaction from the Sox players in the clubhouse. It's all coming up right after the game with TC, Gordon, and Heidi. As I mentioned, Garrett Olson going deeper than he has before, and Don Wakamatsu, the manager, going to make the pitching change. With one out here in the 7th inning, game tied 2-2.
but he was able to give the Sox 8 innings. And John Farrell told me they kept sending him out there hoping the offense would rally and help him get his 11th win of the season.
He gave us an opportunity to win. We probably pushed him a little bit deeper in the game because he's earned that right, to have an opportunity to record another win. And at the same time, he was keeping the game in check. A couple of knuckleballs did get up, one to Cedeno, one to Lopez, that cost him 3 of the 5 runs allowed. But, again, didn't walk anybody, didn't create any big innings for himself. But they hit some balls down in the left field corner that didn't hook. On some nights, otherwise, that might be the case. But to their credit, when knuckleballs were up, they did square them up.
Farrell said everyone in the Sox clubhouse is pulling for Wakefield to make his first All-Star team. Of course, that team will be announced tomorrow. Don?
All right, Heidi, thank you very much. Yeah, it was interesting last night. I've never seen more balls in just a couple of innings go down that left field line, and they didn't hook as they grabbed the wall in some cases. One did miss, but a lot of stuff going down that left field line against Wakefield.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. It seemed like for 4 or 5 batters there, the balls were just foul or peppering the fair pole, or just fair. It was amazing how many balls, and like Johnny Farrell said, they weren't slicing, hooking, nothing like that. They were staying true down the line.
We're talking about the selection show. Of course, that will be tomorrow. Our own Dennis Eckersley is there, giving us the opportunity to have the mayor with us here. Sean Casey in for 3 days. Dennis Eckersley will be back on Monday as the Red Sox continue this lengthy homestand for the All-Star break. One out, Drew at first base. Red Sox in a 2-2 game. Runner goes, and it's a ground ball to shortstop. Cedeno has no play at second and throws out Pedroia at first base. So they start the runner. It works out because Drew gets into scoring position, but now 2 down in the inning.
It's not a bad idea right there. Get a little hit and run going. Stay out of the double play. See if you can get Drew to second base with your big guns coming up. So right here, Petey does a good job too. That was a tough pitch, kind of in on his hands. Got the ground ball, exactly what he wanted to do. Got Drew to second base. Good job by Petey there too. I mean, really, you got to give yourself up there for the team to try and get Drew to second.
So 2 outs, Drew at second base, and Kevin Youkilis, who is 1 for 3, and takes ball 1. The new pitcher is Roy Corcoran. His 13th appearance, higher in run average, high opponent batting average. He worked an inning in the 3rd at Los Angeles in his last outing. He had 3 hits and 2 runs. Did not work in the series against the Yankees. In his first appearance here against the Red Sox in this series. On the ground to shortstop through the legs of Drew. Cedeno gets it and fires to first to end this 7th inning. We played 7 from Fenway, tied 2-2. a sacrifice fly in the 5th to tie the game 2-2. And Brad Penny today ends up with a no decision, going 6 innings, giving up 2 runs. Yes, he's gotten a lot of offense this year, but the Red Sox today only give him 2 runs and departs with a no decision. Changes for the Red Sox defensively. Mark Kotsay at first base. Saw Jeff Bailey injure his ankle earlier. You wonder if that is the reason for the move here as Kotsay comes in, and Hideki Okajima now pitching for the Red Sox to begin the 8th inning. 37th appearance for Okajima. The opponent hitting at just .210. Ichiro pops it up foul above us.
Got to have that, Don.
30 yards away, but you say so.
Next time I'll hold you out there and you can get it on the rebound.
Masterson worked an inning today for the Red Sox, giving up no hits, no runs, walked to batter. Got Ronnie Cedeno to ground into the 5-4-3 double play to end the 7th, so he goes an inning. It's 0-2. Kind of a slashing swing by Ichiro.
You know, Okajima, he just has like a really kind of that funky delivery, and that's it. To make Ichiro look like that on an inside fastball, you wonder if he just didn't pick it up out of his hand. I think you get swings like that from Oki sometimes, and his fastball is pretty true.
Okajima allowing 4 runs on Tuesday. And one of the Red Sox relievers who's had a tough outing his last time out. He went a 3rd, giving up 5 hits, 4 runs. Bounces in, and it's 1-2. It's really that rare occasion this season when the bullpen was not good. Masterson has had a nice bounce back appearance. Okajima trying to do the same as Papelbon limbers up in the Red Sox pen. Little pop up, back is short. Lugo going out, Bay coming in. Easier for Bay, and it's 1 out here in the 8th. Ichiro is retired. Ichiro with 1 hit today, and he has collected again 100 hits before the All-Star break for the 9th consecutive season. It's the 2nd longest streak since 1954. Pete Rose did it 12 times between 1968 and 1979. This guy's going to give you 200+ hits every year he's involved.
It's so impressive too, just how consistent he's been year in and year out. He stays in the field, and he goes out there every year and gets 200+ hits. It's not easy to get 200 hits done. It really isn't. And to do it year in and year out, you probably got to be leading off, which he does, and you got to be fast. That's how you end up getting over 200 hits.
Here's Russell Brandon with 1 out, bases empty. Brandon has driven in both Mariners runs. And he takes ball 1 outside. Swing and a miss on the 2-0, and it's 2-1. Drop the old okey dokey.
A little okey doke on him right there. 2-0. Brandon's expecting that. There's another thing where it looks like a fastball, and it just isn't. And it leaves you.
Down the left field line, back and out of play. Do we have a non-catch of the day that we have as part of it? Because that's it.
What happened?
He had it all lined up, and then he blew it. So close, but yet so far.
His kids next to him like, come on, Dad, let's go.
You blew it, Dad.
You should have brought your glove. You told us not to bring our glove. You should have brought your glove. Now we don't have a ball.
We got nothing, Dad.
Clean it up. His wife's like, you got to be kidding me. Let's make a play one time. You're the man of the house.
The guy next to us would have caught it.
Yeah, the guy next to us would have caught it. Look at that guy in the glass over there. He would have definitely caught it with the red shirt on. Should have hit it to him.
Brannian with a swing and a miss. Okajima strikes him out, 2 down in the 8th.
Boy, Okajima just looked like he really was setting up to get to that split. Just kept going with the fastball, and right there he gets the pitch to the okey doke that really just drops off the table and really had Russell Brannian flailing right there.
So 2 outs here in the 8th inning. Jose Lopez, the batter, he singled back in the first inning, 1 for 3. And strike 1. Red Sox in the last of the 8th will be expecting Jason Bay, Rocco Baldelli, Jason Varitek in the inning. Six innings for Penny today. Masterson for an inning. Okajima trying to give him an inning. He's got 2 outs here in the 8th and a 1-1 to Jose Lopez. It's outside for ball 2. Ken Griffey Jr. waiting on deck. Lopez hits it high in the air to left field. Back goes Ellsbury in left center, front of the wall to make the catch that ends the inning. Lopez gives it a ride, but he's out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 8th, tied 2-2. Come out on deck. David Ortiz will bat second in this 8th inning. The Red Sox in a tie game. Terry Francona said he would be available, and there he is. Roy Corcoran back on the mound for the Mariners to start this bottom of the 8th. Jason Bay takes strike 1. Bay today is 0 for 3. Roy Corcoran came into the game in the 7th inning, got Pedroia and Euclid to ground out, and retired both batters that he faced. Two and one to Bay. Strike 2, 2-2. Red Sox have action in the pen. Takashi Saito is up. Masterson an inning. Okajima an inning. So far out of the Red Sox pen after Penny gave him 6 today. Bay fouls it off and stays alive. Corcoran at 93 on the fastball. And that got a piece of Kenji Jojima.
It looks like it got him right. Looks like it got him right in the shoulder right there. That's why when you're a catcher back there, yeah, and that's not a lot of padding. That chest protector is really not that thick. Those guys back there wear a lot of things, and I always ask them, "Does it really hurt?" And like, yeah, it really hurts, but I just don't rub it.
Bay strikes out as Corcoran elevated. It's the first out of the 8th inning. Here comes Big Papi. David Ortiz has 3 career pinch hit home runs as he stands in with 1 out and pops the first pitch foul. First time that he's faced Corcoran in his career.
When you come off the bench and you haven't had an at bat that day, you're looking to get on something fast. You're looking to get on the fastball, even if it's the first pitch. So Big Papi took a good hack there, got a pitch to hit, took a good hack. That's what you want to do. Sometimes you come off the bench, get ready to go right away.
Ortiz lines it to second baseman Jose Lopez in right field. He was deeply situated out there, and he makes the grab as the shift works out great for the Mariners. Not so much for Ortiz. 2 down.
Papa put a good swing on this ball. Got another fastball. I mean, nobody's ever playing there in any other field in America right now. But Lopez was playing there, and fortunately for the Mariners, he was playing short right.
Don Wakamatsu looks like a genius in that scenario with the shift as deep as he was. You look at it and say, wow, he's out there. Well, he was out there in a perfect spot.
Perfect spot. It's one of those situations where you're almost like, why is he all the way out there? Well, he's out there because that happens every once in a while.
Now Jason Varitek takes ball 1, framed by Jojima. Varitek hit a 2-run home run to supply the Red Sox with their runs today. Back in the 2nd inning. Since then, he's walked and singled, so he's been on base 3 times. Miguel Batista warming for the Mariners. Away, and it's 2-1 to Varitek. Red Sox getting their 2 runs from Varitek in the 2nd inning on the home run. The Mariners with a run in the 3rd, a run in the 5th, and that has been it today for both sides. Well-pitched game on both sides. Voracek grounds it to the second baseman, Lopez. The Red Sox are down in order in the 8th. We head for the 9th, tied 2-2. Torres will pose them to TC and Gordon Eads, plus highlights from around the majors, including the Yankees and Blue Jays facing off in the Bronx. And a preview of John Lester's start in tomorrow's series finale. It's all coming up right after the game on NESN. 9th inning, 2-2 ball game from Fenway Park. The new Boston pitcher is Takashi Saito. Becomes the 4th arm used today by Terry Francona, 30th appearance. A 3.25 earned run average. And the opponent hitting at 243 against Saito. Last work against the Orioles. Ended up going a third of an inning, giving up a hit and a run. Mariners coming to bat in the top of the 9th inning. You'll have Ken Griffey Jr., Franklin Gutierrez, Ryan Langerhans. 4, 5, and 6 for the Mariners. Griffey just 1 for 7 in his career against Saito. Breaking ball for strike 1. Mariners have it lined up here if the game remains tied. Legend Miguel Batista will be in if the Mariners can get a lead. Their closer, David Ardsma, is starting to get ready. Ardsma has been very good in that closing role for the Mariners. He's been scoreless in 26 of his last 27 appearances and is 16 out of 17 in save opportunities. One to Griffey. It's inside for ball 2. We were talking about Ardsma last night. It just appears that after that groin injury for him with the Red Sox that he just wasn't the same.
Yeah, and he was, always nicked up. He just never got back to being what he was. There were certain parts of the year where he was really throwing the ball well and really dominating people, like what he's doing this season. But as soon as he got that groin injury, he was really up and down for Ards. But good for him that he's got an opportunity to go over to Seattle, have an opportunity to close, and he's taking advantage of it.
Inside ball 3, and it's 3-1 to Griffey. Franklin Gutierrez on deck here in the 9th inning. Griffey gets under this and fouls it off to the right, full count. Saito took the loss in his last outing. First overall loss since September of 2008. He was a member of the Dodgers at the time. Over his last 17 outings, he's given up 4 earned runs in 15 2/3. Miles per hour and fouled off again. And the Red Sox bullpen has now slipped to second earned run average in the American League. 3.22 ERA this year. High drive, but foul. Out ahead was Griffey.
Might have been cheating a little bit right there, looking in. Really got the bad head out.
Ninth pitch of the at bat for Ken Griffey Jr. And it's ball 4. Leadoff walk for Griffey to start the ninth.
I think right there what they were doing with Tech, you know, obviously Griff fouled that one off. I feel like they knew he was cheating in, and they were trying to set something up away. And you could see Tech was wanting to go away with that fastball. Saito just missed off the outside part of the plate, but thought process was good because they really felt like Griffey was cheating in.
Griffey coming off. Vladimir Valentin will run at first base. So lead runner on for the Mariners here in the ninth inning. Franklin Gutierrez the batter. He singled back in the fourth inning. A 1-for-3 day for the Mariners center fielder. Shows bunt, pulls back, takes ball 1. Walk allowed by Saito is the third walk given up by Red Sox pitching today. Two 2-0. Elevates, Gutierrez chases, and it's 2-1. And upstairs with a fastball. Breaking ball that time, and it misses inside. Right-handed batters against Saito, hitting at 289. It's actually better against lefties. Lefties hitting at 207 against Saito. Gutierrez hits a fly ball out towards left center field. Ellsbury makes the catch shy of the track for the first out of the inning. Unable to move the runner along, and Valentin one out in the ninth.
You could tell by Gutierrez's reaction right there that he just missed that ball. Off the bat, you almost felt like it was a hit a little bit better, but it looks like he got it a little bit off the end. You know, when that pitch is up right there, you rush a little bit. He got a little bit off the end. And it's funny when you watch it on TV, you think, oh, he smoked that ball. But as a hitter, you know when you get it, when you don't get it. So they always say, you want to know what happened? Watch a hitter's reactions. You see Gutierrez there pop it up. You knew from his reaction he missed it.
Ryan Langerhans takes ball one. Saito has virtually been behind everybody since coming in. Long battle with Ken Griffey Jr. to start this inning, who worked a walk, now being run for by Vladimir Valentin. It's Gutierrez to fly out, 1 out, 1 on. And a 1-0 to Langerhans. Two and 0. Challenged him 2-0 and gets it by him. It's been a pattern to the last two hitters.
Get behind, come up with the fastball. But I don't think he's planning it out that way. I don't think he's trying to get behind 2-0. I mean, he'd like to obviously be getting that strike one a little bit more than he is.
Strike two, 2-2. Bottom of the ninth inning, Red Sox will have Ellsbury, Kotze, and Lugo scheduled to bat. Anybody gets on, chance for J.D. Drew. Trying to keep this a 2-2 ball game here in the top of the ninth. 1 out, 1 on. Ball 3, full count. Quick check at first on Valentin, who gets back to the bag. So Valentin is running here with a full count and 1 out. Valentin does take off, and it's ball 4. So Langerhans is able to work the second walk given up by Saito. Valentin will take second base, 2 on, 1 out.
You look back at that 2-2 pitch, the fastball that he missed down and in. Veritek was set up away. It just looks like Saito's having a problem right now, really spotting that fastball. You know, just doesn't have the feel of where it's going right now. So you see Tech set up outside and he misses down and in. That's happened a couple times in a few batters now. It's just he's having a tough time hitting the spots where he needs to.
Kenji Jojima stands in and takes ball 1. Saito is behind again. There's nobody warming in the Red Sox pen as Saito has walked 2 in this 9th inning. Not close, and it's 2-0. And John Farrell will come out from the dugout. For every Red Sox game that goes into extra innings or the Red Sox earn a save, CVS Pharmacy will donate $500 to Children's Hospital Boston. CVS Pharmacy is the official pharmacy of the Boston Red Sox. Takashi Saito walks Ken Griffey Jr. to start this top of the 9th inning. Franklin Gutierrez flied out. Ryan Langerhans able to work a walk, 2 on, 1 away. And Kenji Jojima with a count of 2-0. Now there's action in the pen. Daniel Bard just did get up. Ball 3-0.
Just off the plate, we go back to umpires talking about what they're trying to do. If you don't establish a strike zone and if you're not consistently in the zone, that was a borderline pitch right there. But because he hasn't established his fastball, the umpire's not going to give him that strike right there.
Jojima taking all the way, and he takes ball 4 as Saito has loaded the bases with 3 walks in the 9th. So Valentine to third, Langerhans to second, and Jojima at first. Three pitches so far, 15 balls for Saito. Bases loaded, 1 out. Chris Woodward, the batter, 1 for 1 in his career against Saito. It's strike 1. He starts off ahead.
And that's where you start making adjustments. You can't throw your fastball for a strike, so you try and get your slider over for a strike, trying to figure out another pitch you can go to, try to start getting ahead of the hitters.
Go ahead run 90 feet away in Valentine, Langerhans, and Jojima. Did he go? No. So CB Bucknor, it's 1-1.
Yeah, looks like he held up right there. That barrel just needs to cross the plate and get through the plate. Looks like Woodward held up.
Woodward bloops one. Back at first, Kotze, and Pedroia can't get it. From third base comes Valentine, and the Mariners take a 3-2 lead. Kotze going back, Pedroia going into short right, dives, can't get it. And the walks are costly for Saito in the 9th inning as the Mariners push across the go-ahead run.
And Petey makes a great try at this ball, but you know, Woodward gets it really gets in on him here. He gets jammed, kind of pulls his hands in, bloops one to right. Only guy that has a chance at this ball is Petey, and he just misses it. Great effort right there, but like you said, these walks for Saito really kind of set up this inning.
Little room for error when you walk the bases loaded. And a bases loaded situation now for the Mariners with 1 out in the inning. Ronnie Cedeno, the number 9 man, the batter, 1 for 3 in the game. And a foul off to the right. Woodward had been 1 for 10 with runners in scoring position on the season. And able to bloop that base hit to drive in a run here for the Mariners in the 9th. Oh, bloop foul off to the right, and it's 0-2. And the Red Sox will have Ellsbury, Kotze, and Lugo expected in the 9th. And now trailing by a run. Ichiro waits on deck.
You can see too, Tito's got the corners in, and middle back. You got to cut down that run at the plate if you have to.
Chop foul will do it again. The count of 1-2. Mariners trying to take the first 2 games in this 3-game series. Daniel fouls it straight back, hangs it 1-2. Ardsman now will be on with the Mariners on top. And he's 16 out of 17 in save opportunities. He's not involved in last night's game. It worked in a couple of games against the Yankees before the Mariners had arrived. Cedeno fouling off another. Still 1-2. Cedeno has fouled off a bunch. Ooh, little juggle.
Nice play right there.
Stay with it. He's a winner.
He's a winner. And now his wife's fired up.
Cedeno continues to waste Takashi Saito pitches. And Jason Varitek heading out to talk to Saito. The Mariners have pushed across the go-ahead run here in the top half of the ninth inning. Saito walking 3, giving up a bloop single to put Seattle on top. Langerhans at third base, Jojima at second base, Woodward at first base, 1 out. And a 1-2 pitch. Cedeno finally strikes out. He's back to the slider and gets him. There are 2 outs now in the ninth.
That was a great battle right there. Saito really just kept staying with that slider, trying to stay with it, trying to get the out pitch, and he finally got him to bite off the plate. But you see how that pitch starts on the plate and gets just off the plate. It's a swing and miss pitch, and that's what he's kind of been looking for this inning, is trying to get that, what's that one nasty pitch he could throw for a strike and get guys to swing and miss. And that was the first time we've really seen it.
So 2 down, bases loaded, and a chance here for Ichiro. Ichiro with a base hit back in the 3rd inning, a 1-for-4 ball game for Ichiro. Two and 0 to Ichiro. Mariners 1-for-4 today with runners in scoring position. The Red Sox are 0-for-6 in that category. Ichiro pops it up. Down from third, foul ground. Down from first and foul ground is Katso. He puts it away. The Mariners get the go-ahead run in the top half of the ninth. Red Sox coming up now, trailing 3-2. and by Southwest Airlines. 3-2, Seattle on top of Boston now as we move to the bottom of the 9th inning. The new pitcher is the Mariners closer and former Red Sox right-hander David Aardsma. 38th appearance of the year, 2-2 record of 1.45, 16 out of 17 for him. Walks have been an issue for him in the past as he's walked 22 while striking out 47, and opponent hitting at 169 against Aardsma. Send it down to Heidi Watney.
Well, Don, I talked to David Aardsma before the game today. He said he didn't pitch yesterday because he had a knot in his lower back, and he said he's glad he took the day off because he feels 100% better today. He said he learned his lesson from last year with the pulled groin and trying to pitch through it. He said that didn't work, and he just ended up hurting the team. Don?
All right, Heidi, thank you very much. He gets to face his old team here with a 1-run lead in the bottom of the 9th inning. Ellsbury takes strike one. Jacoby with a single back in the 2nd inning. Since then, he's fly to left, reached on a fielder's choice. On the ground, right side to Lopez. Step to his right, and Ellsbury's out number 1 of the 9th.
You know when you face David Aardsma, he's coming at you with that fastball. And it's almost like Brad Penny. That's his best pitch. You're going to get that fastball at some point. And so as a hitter, you almost want to look for it in your location. You want to get a pitch that up and out over the plate, something that you can drive because you know you're going to get a few of them during the bat.
Mark Kotze batting for the first time today, took over defensively for Jeff Bailey at first base. Bailey had been 0 for 3 today. Kotze had an even 300. There's a strike, 2-1. David Aardsma, 27 years of age. Kotze hits a fly ball to left field. Longer hands in front of the wall to make the catch on the track for the 2nd out of the 9th. Aardsma, while with the Red Sox, was 4-2, made 47 appearances last year for Boston. A 5.55 earned run average as the first 2 outs here in the 9th. And a pinch hitter coming up as Julio Lugo has been sent back. George Kataris is going to come up.
And Tito remembers what George did last night, hitting his first bomb off a low last night, and maybe he can get something going here. You know, you want to get that nice lefty-righty matchup, but nice night for George last night, getting his first big league home run here at Fenway Park, and Tito's hoping he can get something started here for us, for him in the 9th of 2 outs.
First career pinch hitting performance for Kataris. There's that first career major league home run out of the way as he takes strike one from Aardsma. Red Sox down to their last out with 2 down here in the 9th, trailing 3-2. Kataris' home run was in the 11th inning last night. He hit it off Mark Lowe. Last 5 games, he's gone 10 for 20. He's down in the count, 1-2. Two down, 9th inning, the 1-2 pitch. Kataris strikes out, and the Mariners have taken 2 of the first 3 games against the Red Sox. And the former Red Sox right-hander David Aardsma makes quick work of the Red Sox in the 9th as they go 1-2-3. And Seattle last night took him into extra